check out our first contender.
My name is Dyno Staats. I am a mad scientist and steampunk magician.
Steampunk specifically focuses on the Victorian era,
when science was still new, and it was almost like magic to people.
I've always been interested in the mad scientist character in books and movies. I approach my magic with the scientific method. You try the experiment, it fails, you try to figure out why, and you just keep going until you get it right. It's extremely important for me to create all my props to match me. Even if it's something real simple that you can buy, I'll remake everything. If I fool Penn and Teller, it will mean validation for what I'm doing. Sit back, relax, and come watch, because something might go horribly wrong.
Please welcome the steampunk magic of Dyno Staats.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, people come from all over the world to try and fool Penn and Teller with magic. The problem, Penn and Teller don't believe in magic. You have to fool Penn and Teller with something they do believe in. Science! So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do a science experiment. Penn, would you happen to have a $1 bill on you I could use for this experiment?
I do.
I'll come get that from you, if I may. Excellent. Thank you, sir. Now, it may interest you folks to know that everything in science is made up of atoms and molecules that are tightly compacted together, including Penn's bill. In between the atoms, there's lots and lots of empty space, tons of it. There's actually more nothing in this bill than there is bill here, but if you fold it over, you bring the molecules closer together, making it denser. We can fold it over again and again and bring it closer to singularity, much like a black hole. Now, unfortunately, I am not a Large Hadron Collider. I cannot crush this bill down to the size and space of a single atom. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to take this bill apart, atom by atom, molecule by molecule, bit by bit. And to do that, we need to use science. So, I have a pen in my pocket. I have a teller in my pocket. Here we go. Gentlemen, would you please join me up on stage? Penn, have you come here stage right and teller stage left? Give them a round of applause as they come on up. Thank you very much. Hi there.
Oh, how are you?
Oh, wonderful, thank you. Would you two please, sir, take that? And we're going to have you mark your bill right there for me, please. We're having Penn sign his bill, marking it in case something goes horribly wrong with the experiment. We can recognize it again later, which almost never happens. It's totally safe.
Good. Nice to hear.
Okay. Now, we can start the disassembly process on a macro scale by rendering the bill asunder, thusly. We can keep going this way, taking it apart atom by atom, and atoms are separating at some point here. Now, unfortunately, I cannot take this apart at an atomic level, atom by atom, molecule by molecule. We have to use something different for that. So, in the meantime, Penn, would you please be so kind as to hold the pieces of your bill right there so everyone can see them? Thank you. I have brought with me, ladies and gentlemen, the Staats laboratory. Disintegrating chamber, patent pending. Do you know how to use it? Can you release that?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. We take the pieces of Penn's bill and place them here on the suspension platform and place inside the airtight containing unit. And I will take this back, sir. Thank you. Now, it does us no good just to take the bill apart. We have to put it back together again. And to do that, I have brought with me the Staats Laboratory Reintegration Chamber, open sourced. Now, Teller, it's going to be your job to monitor this unit and make sure nothing goes horribly wrong with this. Hold on a second. Teller, for you, I have here. Here we go. So give me 1 squeeze for yes and 2 for no. Got it? Excellent. Okay, we can communicate. Now, at this moment, gentlemen, you'll notice you have some safety goggles in front of the jars in front of you. We'll put them on at the same time together on the count of 3, so it looks all synchronized and cool. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Science is cool. What's going to happen now, Penn, I'm going to have you push the red button in just a moment, and when you do, you will hear a little alarm go off. That alarm will be your cue to take 1 step just back away from the machine for your safety. Okay. Understand? Excellent. Now, Teller, after that's done, I'm going to have you push the red button on your jar. You'll hear a little alarm go off. That'll be your cue to take 1 step back from the machine for your safety. You understand? Excellent. Okay. Penn, push the little red button. Penn, do you see your bill inside that jar?
I do not.
You do not. You do not. Hey, it worked. I mean, it worked. Of course it worked. I'm a genius.
Nice.
Excellent. Teller, push the little red button. Hold on, we have a misfire. Don't approach it yet. This could be dangerous. We have to take care of this. We probably have some cross-contaminating radiation between the Kyber and the dilithium power sources. Thank you. Do you see the pieces of Penn's bill inside the jar? Excellent. Good. Okay. I don't want to get near it. Go ahead, open the jar up and take a look there. Yes. Would that be Penn's signature on the bill? Yes, it is, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Not only Penn's bill, but it has reconstituted together back into one single solitary piece of... That's This is not a failure, ladies and gentlemen. No, you see, the bill did teleport from that side of the stage to that side of the stage, and it does have a Penn signature still intact. And not only that, but Penn now has a wonderful souvenir of our time together on stage. And that's not failure, ladies and gentlemen. This is redefined objectives. Hey, that's yours. Thank you very much. You may take your seats. Thank you very much, sir. You may take your seat. Thank you very much.
Dyno Staats! That was so cool. I love that you incorporate science and magic.
I've always loved science, yeah.
Yeah.
It's ever since I was a little kid watching a lot of science fiction-y movies. You know, everything from Jurassic Park to The Fly to My Stepmother's an Alien. All those fun movies that are really cool.
Yeah. And you get to wear the cool goggles.
I do. I love them. They're awesome.
Those are amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. And how long does it take you to do your mustache?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
In the morning, it only takes me like a minute to put wax in it and get it straight and looking
Really?
nice. Yeah. It took me a lot longer to grow it.
All right. Well, let's go see what the boys have to say.
Well, you know, Dyno, that wasn't just magic. That was also science. See, it's our show. We have the power, too.
Holy crap, it works for everyone.
That's a terrific act. We like the whole theme and everything else. The Dr. Frankenstein, the throwing the switch, all of that stuff you did was just fabulous. The lab coat is wonderful. I think we'd look really, really good in them. The props are beautiful, that whole steampunk theme. The idea of doing the mismade bill, which is the standard with a signature and a transposition from one side to the other, is a really nice use of that. Having it signed and mismade with the reference to the Fly movie makes the mismade bill mean something, which it usually doesn't. We liked all of it. We're not going to give any flap about the props or any of it. And, you know, you're right. We don't believe in magic, and we do believe in science. Boy, that's fun to do. So we think we have a pretty good idea how you did it. What do you think?
Well, I think their hypothesis is fairly close to accurate.
Well, thank you so much. Dyno Staats, ladies and gentlemen. We have plenty more magicians to mess with your head, including our headliners, Penn and Teller, so stick around.